Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as That Mama 5 and also known as TMO5 Candle Co. How are you all doing? So it's Saturday morning here in Glasgow and it's currently 11 minutes past 11. So obviously I had to come out here because I'm a Nigerian. First of all, yes, I'm a Nigerian and I'm happy to be a Nigerian. And I'm just out here to say to people that yes, voting is going on in Nigeria today. So they are voting to elect the governors of states. Like I think we've got about 36 or 37 or maybe about 39 states in Nigeria. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. So it's voting period today. I'm voting in Nigeria today. And when I woke up this morning, I was rooting, hopeful that people will be coming out in troops. And yes, people are coming out in troops. Like I've seen reports. There's this page I'm following on Instagram. Let me see if I can find it. It's the only place I will go to get election updates in regards to what's been happening in Nigeria. So the page is called I'm just trying to look for it so I can give you guys it's called Barista Street. I'll see if I can show you guys. So that's the page. So that's the page I've been following for voting updates, and that was the same page I followed for voting updates during the presidential election. And upon waking up this morning, there's been loads of I don't want to use words that's going to make this video not I don't want to use any word that's going to go against any YouTube restrictions. So there's been lots of unsettlement. Yeah, let's call it that. There's been lots of unsettling things happening. One of the Nollywood actresses called Chioma Akpota. She was attacked. I don't know if you know her. That's her face there. That's her face. Chioma Akpota. She was attacked at her polling unit. She said she got there and they wouldn't let her vote. That it got to a state whereby she just had to leave because they were brandishing um weapons against her. And I thought when I saw that this morning, I was just like, it's too early for that. It's too early for that. I know currently Nigeria is an hour ahead of us in the UK. Seeing that story from her, and I have to go watch the video where she was driving, across somewhere, and she saw some army vehicles sitting down, and then she went over to them saying that no, you guys, I need help. They are trying to attack me and stuff like that. And the army officers were like, army were already on their way. But obviously, when they got there, she still carried us along, showing us what was happening. That what the army were in the compound. People can't go into their voting units to vote. It's just disheartening. It's disheartening. People can't go in to vote, even though that is their right polling unit. They have every right to be there to vote, but they are not able to go in because of the unrest that is happening at that voting unit. Same thing also happened. Omoni Oboli. These are the ladies I follow on Instagram. So also for her as well, they have a polling unit. So that's the money of Bully there, giving us update from our polling unit, saying they have a polling unit in VGC. However, when they arrived, the INEC staff said that hi Dalinanga, hi there, welcome for coming. Don't forget to like and share this live. So Omoni Oboli, and well done for all the hard work yesterday. So Omoni Oboli was just giving an update as to what's happening in a polling unit there. That she went in, they've already set up, and only for INEC staffs to say that they are not coming into that polling unit, that they will have to go to the express out of the VGC gate. And she was like, the VGC gate out of VGC is not their polling unit. Why should they have to go out there? So obviously they have to go there, and all of this news is just going to sow more seed of doubts in people who are coming out to vote, because ideally people should be going to their polling units to go cast their votes, but they get there and they are not able to do that. It's just not reassuring in any way. I would believe that the past 8 years has not been great for Nigerians. Even I don't reside in Nigeria, but my visit to Nigeria 2 years ago was terrifying. It was terrifying because of the lack of trust, of the lack of security. I couldn't even tell my own family that was coming home. I couldn't even tell my friends that was coming home because of my fear of the unknown. You know, in as much as we are abroad, we also want to have the security, we want to have the safety, we want to have the peace of mind that as a Nigerian, we are coming home, we are happy coming home. Now, me coming home to Nigeria is it takes me a lot of debate, a lot of sleepless night to decide if I really want to go or not. So that was an update from Omani Oboli there about the unrest, that about change of plans. So with such short change of plans, you're just telling people, you're just giving people enough reason to doubt your intentions behind these elections. It's just not fair. And also, while I was looking at Kate Henshaw, Kate Henshaw also on Twitter, she dropped a video of where she said a local government chairman came in. I was having a chat with some of the INEC staffs, even though people have been waiting. And at some point, somebody came to, like, somebody was actually marking her, like pointing at her. That is, they are marking her. Why are you marking citizens? They are there to perform their duty rights. And if they are going to go out there to cast their vote, you should not take that power away from them. It's what they're entitled to. Don't take that power away from them. But if you're taking that power away from them, you're just telling us that democracy is not what is in Nigeria. Because with voting, people are voting the people they choose. But if you're not allowing them to actually perform that duty, that is you saying to us that we don't need you to come out to vote. If you don't need people to come out to vote, then maybe you should not ask people to come out to vote. Maybe you should not declare any day for elections at all, because it's just crazy. I mean, Danny Nanga was just saying that the election in Nigeria is bloody. Yes, only in Nigeria is election, like, is full of bloodshed. And I know as Nigerians, we are very, very, we are passive. We have high perseverance. Like, with everything not going well, we are still coming out to come out to try and do things, because we want to see change. We want to see things go for the better. We want to see children going to school, spending the amount of years they are meant to spend in primary school. We also see the amount of years to spend the amount of years they're meant to spend in high school. Spend 4 years for the course that they want to do. If your course takes 4 years to study, spend the 4 years, do your youth corp, and then get a job. That is the kind of change we want in Nigeria. If your course is meant to last 5 years, spend 5 years, do your youth corp, get a job. We don't want the stagnant Nigeria to remain the way it is right now. There's lots of strikes. People in universities, I can't even count multiple count of school strikes that happen in Nigeria. People who are meant to spend 3 years 4 years for a course, they end up spending 6 years. Afterwards they go for youth corp, and at the end of the day, they don't even know what the future holds for them. They don't even know if they're going to find a job. We want a better Nigeria. And because Nigerians are coming out to cast their votes, people they're taking that opportunity away from Nigerians, and it shouldn't be. People should be free to cast their vote whoever they desire to. For me, I want a change. I believe in the idea of fresh mind, new highs. Because if someone has been in acquiring acquaintances, English, if someone has been in acquaintances with the present government for the past 8, 15, 16 years, and Nigeria is the way it is right now, do you really want to associate with such person again? Do you really want to associate with such person for the next 8 years? And people who have actually turned themselves to political thugs, are you happy with what you're doing right now? I'm sure you have children, you have families. Are you happy with your role in what's actually happening right now? Are you happy? Because for me, the hope for me at my retirement age is that I want to retire to Nigeria. That is my hope. And I'm still hoping so. My hope, my future aspiration is that when I'm of retirement age, I want to retire to Nigeria. And traveling abroad will be some sort of vacation for me, by God's grace. But with the way things are going right now, I still want to be able to visit Nigeria when I please, and I want to stay safe. But with what is going on right now, that doesn't look as if it's going to happen. That doesn't look as if it's going to happen. And I think it's time that Nigerians sit down. If anybody is trying to recruit you as a political thug, say no. Because whatever money they're going to give to you right now, you only spend it right now. That money is not going to stay with you tomorrow. It's not going to stay with you for the next few weeks. It's not going to stay with you after the election is over. However, you are being used as a weapon of destruction, as a weapon of taking someone else's future away. So my prayers, like I said, my prayers are with those who are on the street voting right now. And there are already people who are already saying that, as at the time when I was watching the news, I mean catching up on this page, a certain polling unit said they've already came in and they've stolen ballot boxes. How is that? I mean, it's just too early. It's just too early at the beginning of an election process for that to even be happening. Why still ballot boxes? Allow people cast their votes and let the best people win. Let the best people Nigerians think is suitable for the job carry out the job. It's just not fair. I woke up this morning and my heart was so heavy that Nigerians, we are we are the highest people with we persevere a lot. People are going through a lot. Lack of healthcare, lack of security, lack of adequate schools. Even the schools that parents are paying millions in naira for, they don't care about the life of children. Is this the kind of government we still want to ensure is in place? Is this the kind of government that we still want around? A government whereby a parent send their child to school and the child did not come home again and the government is sitting duck? Is that the kind of government you want for another 8 years? And I just wish that political education could be given to people who are actually allowing themselves to be used as a weapon of destruction. I'm hoping that for those who are still out there voting, that you stay safe. This is another. I'm watching an update on Barrister Street. Lagos State will make the mistake. Lagos State will make this mistake that people made in Edo State. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why people are not just sitting down and look at, even if Lagos or Nigeria is not their business, they should look at how their own personal life has been in the past 8 years. Has it been better? If it's not been better, obviously you will vote for change. You will hope that the next 4 years with someone new or with a change in this new movement would move your life forward as well. Because it's just, I thought in fact, you will also think that with everything that happened during the first presidential election, you would think that with the governorship race, that they will ensure that things are put in place the right way. Would you not think they would want to do that? It's just this happening. I'm gonna be here for a short period, not a lot, but I'm just gonna be looking through your comments, so we could carry on this conversation, because it's just not right. It's just not great. It's just like the rich are kind of like oppressing the poor. So Dari Nanga said everybody knew that the current governor definitely didn't deserve a second tenure in Edo State, but because of the spite for a certain godfather, they voted for him again. Now they are crying. That is what we should be avoiding. Once beaten, twice shy. So Edo people, you've been beaten once, you shouldn't have allowed that happen the second time again. Because what happened in the past 8 years, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again. And I think at the same time, it just kind of like boils down to what is the duty of, or what are the duties or responsibilities of the police officers and the soldiers, because your purpose, your aim is to be like protect the citizens, and if all of things are happening and you're being called, and I mean another question is, what is the essence of the police on ground with no weapon, with no like something to help them, Edo State went from frying pan to fire. I know in this past 2 weeks, did you not see things that Sanwo-Olu was doing? He was actually standing at the entrance of a church and giving people handshake. Like, I was like, this is the first time I've seen this man out willingly doing these things. Obviously, he's campaigning to come back again. So the past 2 weeks, that was what he was doing. He was out and about everywhere. In places that on a normal day, you will have to tag him, like millions of people will have to tag him for him to even show face. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how things are turning. I mean, we see how elections are being done in other countries. Can't Nigeria emulate such? We see how elections are done in Ghana. Can't we emulate such? That's other African countries as well. Do we not see how elections is being done there? I mean, we all know, every other country, every other African country, they all have their bad and good. But then when it comes to politics, why is it always the way it is in Nigeria? I mean, since I've been growing up, I've not seen elections go smoothly. I've not seen elections go smoothly. Obviously, from the story of MKO Abiola, that was when I knew that election in Nigeria will, I don't get it. They made the man go lick ice cream, do mechanic, even do exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's him just trying to worm his way back in. With people forgetting what has he actually done in the past 4 years. It's not well. I'm not going to come here and tell people who to vote for, but just look at what Lagos was like 4 years ago. Do you love how Lagos was 4 years ago? If you don't love it, then that is your answer for who you should allow to come in. If you don't love how Lagos was, for me, I did not enjoy Lagos. Like I said, I went to Nigeria in 2021, and that was my first time coming back into Nigeria after 16 years. And you would think that, someone coming in, I had lots of, I was looking forward to like having a good time. So Olu is an audio governor. Absolutely, I agree with you, darling Anga. I agree with you. Like, I did share my experience of when I went to Nigeria. That, from the airport, extorting people who've been away from their home country for years, and they are coming back, and you're making them feel regret instantly for deciding to step back into that country. My kids are wanting to go to Nigeria, but I don't think I want them to. I don't think I'm going to be the one to take them. I don't think I'm going to be the one to take them. Maybe if Nigeria becomes better. I might consider it. But at this current Nigeria, I don't think so. I have not been to Nigeria in 8 years, and I no longer plan on going. You are even me that it took me 16 years to go. I've been in the UK for 16 years before I decided to go in 2021, and that even deciding to go, it took a long or strong will. It took a long or strong will for me to decide to go. Even though I was traveling back, for the fact that I did not even go with my Nigerian passport, they showed me shaking now. I was in the airport for over almost 2 hours, just because I did not go in with the Nigerian passport. Should that be the case? You saw my name. Oh, hello, my sister. The award for the best reactor goes to Nigeria.tv. I mean, me coming in, even though I came in with a different passport, me coming in, you can see my name clearly shows that my name is clearly African Nigerian. I was planning to go this year, December, but I'll not go again, I beg. Obviously, with all this things that is going on, the unrest is going to continue. Even me and my husband, we are planning on, going this year. But the way it is, it seems it's only my husband that will go. Me, I'm not going. I'm not going. So, like I was saying, when I went to Nigeria, at the airport, because I didn't travel with a Nigerian passport, and the stress of getting a Nigerian passport in London, I'm in Scotland. I will have to, and Scotland to London is like Lagos to Abuja by road. Yeah, normally I wouldn't go by road. I would either go by flight. But then by flight is going to cost me money. So if I'm putting all of that expenses to go get a Nigerian passport in Nigerian embassy, and all their shitty attitudes to getting a Nigerian passport, I thought about that if me I go to that Nigerian house in London to get a Nigerian passport, I will cost wahala there. I will give them water there, because I would not like the way they will treat me. And because I would not like the way they would treat me, I will have to react. So that was why I don't even bother applying for Nigerian passport when I was coming to Nigeria. So I came in with my British passport. And for the fact that I even got there, you need to see the way I was treated as if I did not belong in that country. Like, you saw my name. clearly signifies that I am African. On my passport, you saw my place of birth as Lagos, Nigeria. And you saw my name. My name definitely depicts that I am Nigerian. And then you're asking me, are you not Nigerian? I said I am Nigerian. So why did you not travel in with Nigerian passport? I'm like, excuse me? My name states clearly that I'm a Nigerian woman. So why all the question? And I knew where that question was going to lead. But eventually they delayed me because I went through this visa on arrival. I went with my British passport and I applied for visa on arrival, which I paid for. So I just want to go to the section where I could get my visa on arrival and find my way. If you see the way they sat down there, my flight arrived at I think my flight arrived at 8:30 at night, or maybe around 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. And by the time you queue, because it was just when COVID was just starting to ease down a bit, you need to see the queue. In fact, at first point when I went into that section where you have to start, they write your name down, like where country you're traveling in from. The kind of eat that I almost passed out with the eat. Yeah, they don't want me to use my other passport, but they don't want me to use my UK passport. That was why they were asking me questions like, "Are you not Nigerian?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm Nigerian." Obviously, even though he had my passport in his hand, I mean, when I was going, I took my Nigerian birth certificate, my Nigerian wedding certificate, just to let them know that in case they want to start disputing my identity, in case they want to start saying, "You're not Nigerian." I took all of those things. It's not as if maybe they would ask me, but just because I want to avoid their wala. I have been watching Sase Funke a lot. I've traveled to Nigeria. I've been watching, so I've prepared myself. So I took all of those things along with me. Even all of my, when I was in secondary school and primary school, my name and everything, I took it along. So they won't say, "Oh no, but you are not this, you are not that." In case they want to start questioning my country of abode, you know. So upon getting there now, eventually the man, after he questioned me about all my life history, he eventually passed me across to where I will get the UK visa. I mean, where I will get the visa and arrival section in the Muritala airport. I need to see all of them, how they all sat down there. They saw me coming with this massive fan blowing them. They made me stand there for about 5 minutes, and then one of them, luckily, who happens to be the good one amongst them, was like, "Oh, madam, can we help you?" And in my head, I was thinking, I've been standing here for 5 minutes, and you are just seeing me. Anyways, I told him, "This is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do." So it was actually good. I shared that story on my channel. He helped me get my bag, and even at that, my bag, they almost stole from me. And when I decided to call out this thief, he was like, "But you found what you were looking for now. Why were you moving close to my handbag?" Because my handbag was open on the trolley. Why were you moving close to my handbag? If if your intentions were clean, you know. So eventually, instead of something that I traveled from Glasgow, me checking in, it was less than 5 minutes to check in. It was less than 10 minutes to board the flight. But when I got to Nigeria, it took me an hour and a half to get out from entering, getting visa on arrival, and eventually, well, luckily I didn't have to go through custom because this other guy, one of the airport staff, helped me, saying that, "Oh, have you got anything in your bag?" Because obviously they know they've delayed me more than enough. They were like, "Is there anything in your bag that will raise questions?" I'm like, "No, I've only got gifts, snacks, shoes, clothes, stuff like that. That's all I've got in there." And we're like, "Okay." So I didn't have to go through custom. My sister were already waiting for me. But we want a better Nigeria. So because I'm a Nigerian who has been abroad for years and I'm coming back and you're still questioning me about my nationality. I know some people, if they go to Nigeria, I did not go and start forming. I know some people, when they go to Nigeria, they will tell you that they are British. Just because obviously if you get your UK passport, there's this section that says you have to denounce or sorry, but I'm sure you're allowed dual nationality. If I'm wrong, Darinanga, let me know in the comment section. I don't know if I'm wrong or even the guy that helped me after I left, he still sent me account number now. The boys that helped him, the boys that helped me make my exit out of the airport, is that they need something. And I was asking my sister that what should I give? My sister was like, "Just give him 10,000 naira." My sister was like, "Just give him 10,000 naira." But the guy was good, yeah. Even when I was leaving Nigeria, and I was like asking advices, it was like still pointing me in the right direction of people that would help me to ensure that me checking in and stuff, that it went smoothly, So like Nigerians, let's do better. And this is mostly for people who are back home in Nigeria. And I was reading a post on Instagram this morning, and I think the person was like people that are discouraging people that are encouraging people to Japa to the UK. Let me see if I can find that post. It was from someone I followed also on Instagram. I saw the post on her story. Let me see if I can still find it. Okay, I've seen it. Let me screenshot it so I'll be able to read it. So the post, I'm gonna read the post to you guys, and maybe post it on my community so that you guys can read it, and also drop your comment, and let us all have our opinion, share our opinions. So I don't know. Obviously, everybody has been jackpine from Nigeria and stuff like that, and I just felt from what this message said. Currently in the UK, teachers, primary school teachers, secondary school teachers, they've been striking, and even being collectors in the UK, they striked, I think, a few times last year. Royal Mail, the postal services here in the UK, they strike as well because of they want increments in their salaries. In the UK, the good thing about the UK is that if any workforce decides to go on a strike, the government listens and they take action. Oh, thank you, Peach Storm. Thank you so much. Thank you. In the UK, workforces also strike. But the good thing about the strike here in the UK and the government is that the government listens and they take action. They listen to the workforce and they take action. So I'm just going to read what this post said. So it says that some primary school teachers will be striking tomorrow and on Thursday. So in UK, our holidays differ. So in Scotland, the day we go off on holidays is different, as in the days kids in school go on holiday is different from what days they go off on holiday in England or in Ireland and stuff like that. So in terms of this strike, we already in Scotland, we already have our strike days. I think it was about a week or two ago. The teachers strike were on strike for like 3 days. And also, just to let you know, as a nurse, even nurses are still striking because since the past 3 years, nurses have not had any pay rise. But teachers have striked a few times in the past 3 years, and teachers have gotten their salary increased 3 times. Meanwhile, nurses will do all the hard work. Well, teachers work as well, but nurses have not had a pay rise. You can imagine, I started as a new nurse, as a band 5 new nurse, and my salary per annum, just with this new upgrade of salary, my salary per annum is less than £30,000 as a band 5. Having degree as a nurse, my starting salary is less than £30,000 per annum. So in a month, maybe I'm going on with about 2,200 after tax, after NI. But as a teacher, if you just finished from university today as a teacher, your starting salary is £38,000 and above per annum. And the UK, Dainanga, if I lie, let me know. In the UK, summer holidays is 6 weeks. As a teacher, you will get that 6 weeks holiday off. And then we get Easter holidays. As a teacher in the UK, you will get that holiday off. Christmas holidays, as a teacher, they get at least 2 weeks holiday. I think from when they close in 2nd or 22nd or 23rd of December, they don't go back to work until maybe 7th of January. They don't go back. So that's what I'm telling you. Even as I'm talking to you, I was speaking to my colleagues at work that don't be surprised if I decide to go back and do postgraduate to become a teacher. Because if you newly go to finish second uni now, you finish university as a teacher, your starting salary as a teacher is from 38,000 and above. As a nurse who have gone to uni to spend 3 years of all the wahala, your starting salary as a new nurse band 5 is less than £30,000. So let me go to this post. So it says that some primary school teachers will be striking tomorrow and on Thursday. And this post was from the 14th of March. So I know, because I have kids in primary school, those who talk down on Nigeria every minute and paint the UK as we never share these things. No balanced analysis, only some doom days versus good days. So obviously for my channel, I do share also that we have bad days in the UK as well. Just as I've said, teachers are striking. Now, the UK passport office, so if you want to renew your UK passport now, they said they are striking for I think a month. So anybody whose passport is already expired now, just say bye-bye to summer holiday. You are not traveling out of the country, because the offices are now they're striking. They're going to be closed for a month. So for me now, there's no chance of me traveling out of UK because my UK passport is expired. And it was with mouth postponing that I should have renewed that passport since last year May. But since I don't have intentions of traveling, so now if I have any holiday plan for summer, it's not going to happen because they are striking. So for me, I'm not saying don't japa out of Nigeria. I am always sharing what is happening here. You know how I talk about lack of housing, the cost of living crisis, how how our skin differs, how they treat us. I don't want to be using that word here because I want this video to be able to get hearts in it. I always talk about the good and the side of things on my channel. I'm not the one that will sugarcoat things. If you want to japa, don't japa blindly. Because almost the things that are happening in Nigeria is also happening here in the UK. But we have a listening government. We have a government that if you raise your concerns, they listen, they all meet at a table and arrive at an answer. But Nigerian government, they will be forced to listen. And when they listen, no action, nothing is done. So let me continue with this post. So this is the same false narrative that some of you paint in this UK that makes some people jump on the Japa train only to come and be sleeping inside the train station. So anybody that Japa, for me, like I said, I share the good and the bad of being abroad. So if you want to Japa and you're Japaing blindly, that is your own fault, not people who are giving the news about UK or people who are sharing the good things about UK. The UK has the good and the bad side. I will not even sugarcoat that at all. Like I was saying, I've got 5 kids. I don't hold my property yet. I've got 5 kids. And according to the housing policy, any child from the age of 10, they're entitled to a bedroom of their own. So for the fact that I have 5 children, all of them are above the age of 10. So they are entitled to a room each of their own. So, and me as mom and my husband, we should have at least couple will share a bedroom. So technically, I should be living in a 6-bedroom house. That is the housing policy everywhere you go in the UK. If you have a child who is above the age of 10, either boy or girl, they should have a room to themselves. If they are below the age of 10, they can share bedroom. So if you have a girl who is 5 years old and you have a boy who is 4 years old, they can still share a bedroom. But as long as they reach that age of 10 and above, they have to start sleeping in their own single bedrooms. So in my own case, all of my children are above. The youngest is 11 years old. So I should be living in a 6-bedroom house. But let me tell you, if you are planning to Japa, I am living in a 2.5 bedroom here. When I say 2.5 bedroom, the 2 bedrooms are double rooms, which means that yes, I can fit in a king size bed in there. I can fit in a double size bed there. But the 3rd room is like a half room that is not the same size as the 2 other 2 bedrooms. So that's why I said 2.5 bedrooms. And when you are applying for houses, they will ask you how many rooms have you got and how many half rooms. So I've got 2.5 bedroom house, and myself and myself, 5 kids, and my husband, we are living in there. So there's no need to sugarcoat that. And if you want to buy a property nowadays, property is not easy to buy. The amount they're asking you for deposits, and if your credit rating is not top notch, bank will not loan you money for more. They will not give you mortgage. So like I said, people who say that people are not sharing the news the way it's meant to be, like they're not saying the things about UK, maybe they are not looking at the right channel. Maybe they are looking at the channel of those who believe on fake it till you make it. Me, I'm not on the brand of fake it till you make it. So let's continue with this. So tell people the truth. Nigeria is difficult, but the UK is not heaven. There are challenges here too. Yes, UK is not heaven. Nigeria is difficult. We all know that. UK is not heaven either. That's why on my channel, when I'm talking about Japa or you coming to the UK, as a Nigerian living in the UK, especially in Glasgow, I say it as it is. No sugarcoating anything. So anybody that is now coming up with this or in support of this kind of narrative, you're probably traveling or Japaing blindly. That is, you don't have any research. You're just coming because you have the opportunity to come. But then yes, if you have the opportunity to come. However, do not come. Do not Japa. It don't have to be UK. It could be anywhere. But if you are planning to Japa, do not Japa blindly. Carry out your research. Know what the cost of housing is. Know what the cost of transportation is. If you are one of the rich ones, maybe you can drive. You want to buy a car. Like have the knowledge of things like that. Don't just come and say, "Oh, I have the opportunity to Japa. I'm going." You end up sleeping in the bus station or in train stations. So I'm just kind of reacting to this this screenshot here. So the person said Nigeria can and should be better, but repeatedly talking down on the country from the comfort of your home in the UK doesn't help. Well, I don't think that's for me because Yeah, I'm not comfortable here, but I've always said it as it is. And then many do it for political reasons. None of my family are in politics. So if I wish I've got a political interest, maybe this would have been why I'm doing what I'm doing by not saying it as it is. And then we need to significantly improve, and the people deserve better governance, but reduce the one-sided narratives. So at the end of the day, this person is saying that those of us that are doing Japa stories, that we should stop giving one side narrative. We should do both side narratives, the good and the bad of the UK and the good and the bad side of Nigeria. So yeah, as you're coming from Nigeria, we know Nigeria is bad and the UK is not even either. So things, I mean, UK is not the bed of roses, if that's the way we should call it. So yeah, so that's just what I'm saying. And as I'm saying, I think I was gonna be here for half an hour, but another 3 minutes and then I'll leave. So what I'm just gonna say is that those who are going out to vote, if your polling unit is peaceful, we thank God for that. And touch wood, it stays peaceful to the end of the voting session. If there's a lot of unrest at your polling units, if you're not able to go, if you're not able to vote, please don't jeopardize your life at the expense of casting a vote. If you think, oh no, this environment is not safe for me, please leave. Do not engage in people who are being violent. Don't engage with them. If you're able to cast your vote peacefully, cast it. If it's too, if it's too unruly and you think, oh no, something's going to be happening here, grab your two legs. In fact, grab your two slippers. Your slippers or your shoe. Shake it like that and waka. That is what I will say. That's what I will say. Nigeria daughter, you're laughing. It's true. Shake it. Shake down your two slippers. Snap it together like that and, run. And if you're able to cast your vote peacefully, like I said, touch wood, cast your vote and then go home. If you've been able to cast your vote, don't stand about. Just cast your vote and go. Because while you are waiting, unexpected things might happen and you don't want to be caught up in it. So for those places where unrest has already started before they even brought ballot stuff, I know I'm just hoping that it's peaceful for you guys. And in as much as we are hoping for a better Nigeria, all of us cannot run away from Nigeria. We cannot run away from Nigeria. This coffee is cold already. We all cannot run from Nigeria. It's some of those who are still there that will make things better. Hence why, all of our going about on the last concluded issue that we had yesterday, for Nigeria to get better, it starts from you and it starts from me. It starts from your inputs. It starts from what you do to your fellow neighbors. It starts from what you do to other people. It starts for how you care about other people around you. As the world is going now, it's no longer about me, 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 me. And like I always said, do unto others what you want done to you. And being nice, being good, costs nothing. Being nice, being good, costs nothing. And being peaceful costs nothing either. Do your bit and move on. That's just my last words there. So thank you to everybody who has joined my impromptu live this morning, and happy Mother's Day in advance to all the mothers in the house, all the expecting moms, all the TTC moms, all of us moms with all of our kids who are now grown. Happy Mother's Day in advance to you. So it's Mother's Day tomorrow in the UK, Sunday the 19th. So for me, I'm gonna be my gilly like that, and I'll be properly dressed. So happy Mother's Day once again to everybody. For those who are not yet married, happy Mother's Day to mothers in future. And I hope you all have a blessed and awesome weekend. And thank you all so much for everybody who have joined my live. Don't forget to like, drop me a comment in the comment section if you have the chance to rewatch this live. Don't forget to share as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can also support my channel by joining my membership. So, and I hope to see you all again. Happy Mother's Day, Nigerians TV. Happy Mother's Day. You've been doing fantastic, and I've just recently watched your update this morning. I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, and I will see you all later at some point. So I'm going back. I've been on annual leave for the past 1 week, So I'm going back to, that's why I've been active everywhere. If you've been seeing me everywhere, it's because I've not been working for the past 1 week. I have an annual leave. I have holidays that I need to take before the new tax year starts. So that's why I've been quite active of recent on YouTube. So from next week Tuesday, I might not be as active as before because I'm going back to work. And as you all know, I work 4 days a week. So I might just, maybe while I'm resting, I might just, tap into your videos and watch. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch up with you at some time next week. And don't forget to check out my website again. I sell body butters, I sell scented candles, I sell diffusers, car diffusers, I sell body butters, I sell candles as well, and I also sell bath bombs. And soon I'm going to be selling some whipped body soap. So if you go to the bottom of any of my page on my channel, you will see the website to my channel there. And I think there's a code. If you use code YouTube, you'll get some money off either candles, whatever you shop, you get some money off. So don't forget to check out my Instagram as well. I'm on TikTok as TMO5 Candle Co. I don't know if I'm able to drop a comment here, but I'm not able to drop a comment. Let's see if I can drop a comment. I'm not able to drop a comment. I'm not able to drop a comment. But don't forget to check out my business as well. It's a small side also. As a woman, as a mom with children, you need side hustle wherever you are in this world. You need a side hustle. So I know some people might not be fortunate enough to have an employed job, but if you're able to buy and sell things small, please do it. It just goes to show that you are industrious, and God will always bless an industrious hand. Anyway, I've ranted enough. I'll see you guys at some point later. All right, you all take care now. Bye. Yeah.